All right, folks, we are back, and certainly we have been moving the deck on the I wouldn't say the other word, but we've been shuffling and moving the different shows around. Why? Because we're really excited because we have some brand new programming, Jessica. As we said earlier, we've been working really hard.
A lot of new programming.
Bringing in some incredible talent. We have an incredible team. And so what this means for not just for the U.S. Virgin Islands, because we're talking about how do we diversify the U.S. Virgin Islands economy, but how do we diversify the industries, and how do we create stronger trade and commerce with other U.S. Major cities and other jurisdictions around the world. But here on the home front, as we mentioned, one of the relationship key hubs that we have is in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia area called the DMV.
DMV.
And I want to bring
Destination must visit.
Yeah, I want to bring up our colleague who leads that endeavor, Carolyn.
Hello.
Yeah, she is our lead for the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia region. She's doing a great job in terms of spearheading SETI and our TV network in that region. And we're excited because we have another colleague waiting patiently in the back.
Waiting in the wings.
To introduce her, but we're going to bring up in a second. Carolyn, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you? And Jessica, you're right. We are the DMV, which is DC, Maryland, and Virginia, or as Anthony told you earlier, I like to say destination must visit.
I love it.
Wherever you are in the world, if you're coming to DC, you're going to be in the DMV. And of course, I want you to see me. So.
Yes, of course. I'll be there this summer.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to come visit you. I want you
I'll be happy to give you a tour. I'll be happy to give you a tour because oftentimes people don't realize. They say, well, I'm flying into DC. Well, no, you're not, but you're flying into the DMV. And then you're going to go to DC. And so I'm happy to help you visit the District of Columbia, Maryland, or Virginia.
I love it. Thank you. Yes, I will definitely be up this summer. We should try to tag team that.
Yeah, absolutely. While I was up there, I met a number of the team members, and I can't wait for you to meet them as well in person. When I met this person, instantaneously we connected. And some relationship, something really feel like you got to force it. You feel like you're forcing it. With her, it was just a real instantaneous, organic, natural.
But
boom.
That's awesome.
And that means a lot because it's an important ingredient to build in a solid relationship, laying the foundation, et cetera, et cetera. And so, Carolyn, would you do the honors of introducing our colleague here, and then we'll have her obviously speak for herself.
Sure. Absolutely. This is the absolutely amazing Nancy Alert, and that is her real name, not her stage name. Welcome, Nancy. Nancy Alert, how are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you guys so much for having me here. This is wonderful.
We love it. Well, Nancy's in National Harbor, which is really some prime real estate, and located in Prince George's County, Maryland, just right outside Washington, D.C. As a matter of fact, from where Nancy sits, depending on where you are, you can look across the Potomac to Virginia, slightly to your right, and you're at D.C., all while standing in Maryland. So she's got triple threat ability right there at National Harbor, Maryland.
Yes,
Isn't that
and to the left is Virginia. So to the left is Virginia, right? Yes. Right.
And then boom, you're standing in Maryland. So that's why I said triple threat. So how exciting is real estate, and how exciting are you?
I am excited for real estate. I'm just excited, period. Because I am at, where am I? Destination everywhere.
Exactly. Destination must visit. You're in the DMV. Yeah. And so Nancy, Anthony was talking about when he first met you. Literally, I introduced the two of them. I said, Anthony, I want you to meet my dear friend, Nancy Alert. And I don't even think I got to speak. The conversation between the two of them was nonstop. And finally, I did have to interrupt them so we could put in our drink order and put in our menu items order. They instantly connected. It was like, oh, they knew so many things and so many things together. And of course, Anthony is interested in all things. And so, and Nancy, a whiz at real estate, and so that naturally took off right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one thing that's interesting to me when I think of real estate in general, well, people want to buy where things are popular, correct? So I'm thinking if I went to the islands, boy, wouldn't I like to have a vacation home there? How could I make it so that I could retire there? And then some people also want to make sure they have something in the DMV when they fly in to the mainland. I mean, don't you agree, Anthony? Jessica?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. I mean, I'm going to say something. I mean, if there's something you want to say based on what Carolyn said.
Well, no, I mean, of course, I would love to be in the
because you have your
DMV.
family, right? You have your family. You moved. You're from Pittsburgh, right? So you kind of your transfer.
Pittsburgh.
I didn't judge you. I just said you're from Pittsburgh.
No, Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh? Oh my God. Freezing Pittsburgh?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that where your second home is, in Pittsburgh?
I was just there recently. I took Mom to a Steeler game.
All
Anyway,
right, well, yay.
yeah.
No,
it
no,
started
you
great
need your
anyway.
second.
But I would love to. Like I said, we're definitely going up to DMV this summer for but I would love it there because your healthcare.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
No,
That's a
I love
thought.
that. And I agree. World-class healthcare. When you think literally when an ambulance were to come and pick you up, every one of the hospitals is like world-class within a 20-minute radius of where to get you. Do you want to go to GW? Do you need to go to NIH? Is there some reason you need to go to Johns Hopkins? Would you like to go to
Destination
Georgetown,
everywhere.
GW? No, that's it. So when you think about it, yeah, I think you're right. Healthcare in this area. And then we just had the University of Maryland Region Medical Center just open on June the 12th here.
Yes.
We have fabulous, and people travel. There's tourism for the sake of tourism. And then there's also medical tourists. I mean, people come for medical care and they set
every
up
day.
And they set up shop there. So
Yeah.
good point, Jess.
Yeah.
So this is great for healthcare as well. But if you're looking for a second home destination, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, hands down. Very transient area, people in and out. This is a place, so much to see, so much to do. There's nowhere else other than New York.
I knew the New York part was coming.
now you guys said the fun part. Here's why it's important to me. Okay, real estate is a very important asset tool for creating wealth. Okay,
yes,
72% of America's wealth are in their home. Okay, so when you see people are able to buy a home, build equity in their home, they can access that equity in their home for going into business, going on vacation, paying for the kids' college education, to invest. You literally have an asset, an investment asset that you can access the monies, the equity in that home to do a lot of things.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's why for me it's near and dear, because as a former banker, I as a mortgage banker as well, I provided loans for people to be able to borrow to get a mortgage and to buy homes. And so I'm really more concerned because I'm more about ownership. When we look at certain parts of the country, certain ethnic groups, certain demographic, by and large they're consumers, they're not owners. Okay. And so there is this disparity in terms of the haves and the have-not. And the one fundamental thing that gives everyone a chance to access credit, to access capital, is the equity in their home. And that's why this is so important and near and dear to me. And working with you, Nancy, obviously you run the gamut. I mean, you sell all kinds of property types. But
and that's where the alert factor comes in, because it's education that gets you to create that wealth with real estate. Because if you don't know, you don't know, right? So a lot of people don't know that that's mostly what you really should use your real estate for, is to help you create wealth. Most people don't know that, okay, you can have a mortgage protection to protect it in case something happened. They don't know that you can take some equity, put your kids in college, kids through college, start a business, whatever. So that's the part that I provide for people, is the education and how you can use real estate to create generational wealth.
Okay.
Love it.
Right.
Yeah. And we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. This piece is only a half hour because this is really just an introduction. But just FYI, Nancy is going to be, when we do the real estate WSDX Bloomberg real estate report, Nancy is going to be a contributor at first. She's going to contribute and talk about all things real estate, right? Because she is, she's the real in real estate, right?
Right.
And she'll provide the analysis and breakdown as to what's happening in the different markets. And so when we come back, we'll continue the conversation here on the Marketplace Show Reset. And this is the segment on business, the economy, as well as the markets. I'm Anthony Weeks, and
Jessica Kyler.
With our colleagues in the DMV, Carolyn and Nancy Alert, we will be right back.
Okay.
All right, folks, we're back.
Only if they saw behind the scenes.
What?
Only if they saw behind the scenes.
What you guys are back there. Oh my goodness. I am so, because I love the commercials. I love our TV network. I think the commercials are so compelling.
I love it.
And this
Yes,
is
it's
on the
all
alert
about
factor.
real estate.
I know the alert factor. Nancy, I love the fact that you actually teach real estate classes.
And actually, I have one starting tonight from.
Oh, you're kidding.
So I do teach the real estate class, so you can become a realtor in the state of Virginia. And usually it's Monday and Wednesdays from 6 to 10 p.m. for 10 weeks. And after that, you take the state exam and you become a realtor. Yeah, I teach it. I absolutely love it. I love it.
Really? Now, I got to tell
exciting.
you, this is the first time I've met all kinds of, because as a former banker, I dealt with a lot of realtors, right? And
Of
this
course.
is the first time I've ever heard someone in that space says, I teach real estate.
No, she does.
That's the alert factor.
That's the alert factor. Wait a minute. Let me say it, and let me say it for you, Nancy. That's Nancy Alert, getting it done. Wait a minute, hold on. And dare I say, she's a published author. Where are those books, Nancy Alert? Do you understand? This is the real deal, Holyfield. Sorry, Holyfield, but this is the real deal, Holyfield. I mean, she teaches the classes. One time I stopped by the real estate office in National Harbor, beautiful office, very close to the water. And there I'm looking at this thing, and it's advertising, and somebody was standing outside looking at the sandwich board that advertised that the class, and they were jotting the number down, and because that's a great business to be in. Because when is not a good time to be a realtor?
It really is. It's always a good time to be in real estate. It's always a good time to sell and buy real estate. The market is hot, hot, hot. It's on fire right now. It's absolutely on fire. Where's the firemen? Where are the hoses? It's on fire, right? But do we really want to put the fire out? No. Let it burn. Let it burn.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So this is really interesting. I'm really in real time learning this. Okay. So you are an educator. You teach on real estate. You sell real estate, but you also teach. So when our viewers and listeners tune in, obviously you will give them the analytical side of the business, right?
And
the topical side, the subject side. Mm-hmm. But you're in a position to really teach people the nuts and bolts.
8 hours a week for 10 weeks, right?
When people want to learn about real estate, because the more the purchasing of real estate, getting a mortgage and stuff, a lot of people stress out about that, and a lot because they really it's a lot for them to kind of digest and don't understand. And what we pride ourselves in our network TV is not just information. It's not just about information, but it's also about education. Mm-hmm. So what you hear and see with us, we then help steer you in the right direction as to the what, when, where, and how.
Absolutely. Yeah,
exactly. So this is how I look at it. When I'm teaching you, I'm not just a teacher teaching you. Not only am I a realtor, but I'm an investor. I'm an author. I wrote about it. I'm teaching. So I'm giving you, this is why it's called the alert factor, because there's only one of me. Actually, there's only one Nancy Alert. I Googled me. And I am giving you all that you cannot get from one person anywhere else.
That's awesome.
Wow. I love that. And the beauty of it, everybody wants to get we all want tips, but we want good, credible tips based on facts. So the fact that you are educating people who are signing up and paying for your courses and coming 8 hours a week, as Jessica mentioned, for 10 weeks, and then they're going to go take their board. So these people are serious. They're hoping to turn this either into a side hustle or a real career. So
exactly.
you have a lot. There's a lot riding on you and being able to provide the type of education that's going to get them board certified or get them board passed. I guess board certified is what you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, to get their licenses. And the last class I just had, I think it's about almost half of the class, I have to respond to them, sent me emails about, first they give me gifts and they thought I was the best thing ever. Which I was so surprised, because I'm like, I'm teaching you, you're here 6 to 10 at night. Nobody really wants to do this, right? And then you give me a gift at the end and said, you were so, you love what I taught you. You love the fact that I made it a community. And now you want me to mentor you, want me to coach you, you want to actually pay me to coach you. So so a whole nother side hustle is coming out of this.
I love it.
it. So let's talk a little bit. So this is not just when people tune in on a weekly basis. So we recently made the investment from a technology perspective. We built out the marketplace, the real estate marketplace, where literally anyone who watches or hears this program and they want to list their property in our marketplace can do so. We don't care where in the world. We don't care what your address is, what your zip code. We don't care what that is. We have created a platform, literally a global marketplace, that when you hear and see what we talk about, you're able to get that information at the marketplace as well. So this is just not strictly a
DMV.
Exactly. It's not just
right. It's not DMV only, because I literally have partners around the world, and that's one of the great reasons why I am with Remax Allegiance, because it's an international company. It's around the world, right? So
Right.
I have partnerships with agents in every state except Alaska. I'm working on that, Alaska, and some other countries, European countries, and some islands as well. So wherever you're looking to buy or sell a property, this is where you come. And the alert factor is a how to, did you know, right, situation where did you know this, did you know that, or here's how to do this, how to do that, or where to find this, where to find that. Everything real estate, this is where you want to start at the alert factor on our network.
So everything from the contracting process, the legal aspect,
Everything.
to the appraisal, to the insurance, to the finance,
Yeah.
to the landscaping, to the interior design,
Everything, the painter,
The
whatever, why
Right.
you need a home inspection for a new construction. Because a lot of people
That's
think
awesome.
for new construction, I don't need but you do. You do. You do.
So people are going to be able, this is exciting. So
Mhm.
people are going to get it, come in here, and we're not just talking dull, buying and selling real estate. We're talking about the entire ecosystem.
Oh, but even if it was just buying and selling real estate, it can't be dull with me.
It can't be so. That's part of the alert factor. Anthony, when you met her, your reaction was, this girl is on fire.
Yes, she is.
I mean, that was your reaction. And that's how she engages with everybody. So it's never going to be dull.
No,
Right,
no,
right.
no. Very
And-
informational.
And so obviously we know places like there's realtor.com, right? That's the
Mhm.
main clearinghouse, if you will, for the real
Mhm.
estate community. Then there are places like Zillow
Zillow.
and
Right.
others.
Yep.
And so
And then there's me.
and then there's you, right? And so we see what they're doing, and they're doing a wonderful job.
Mhm.
But I think, like everything else, there are pockets in the market that there are gaps in the market that's just not really being serviced the way they're supposed to. And so we're literally bringing education, we're bringing technology, and we're bringing media all together to create that real-time interactive experience like no other. And
Yeah.
people are going to look for it every week, because all the questions they have about whatever, we're going to tackle those tough
Mhm.
questions on this program.
Mhm.
So it's not just, again, like you said, Nancy, you're the best at what you do, but we don't want people to think this is just about buying and selling. This is where you're going to come in and you're going to get a wealth of information about everything about,
Exactly.
Everything about your home.
Exactly.
Everything.
Remember Cy Sims used to say that an educated consumer is your best customer. And when you
Yes.
think about it, these other platforms are wonderful, but if you had the opportunity to work with someone whose face you knew and whose name you knew and who you had been
Who's
interacting
in it? Who's in it?
who's in it to win it, if I can say. So when you even go to rtv.network and you scroll to the bottom of the page and you see Nancy right there, when you click, there's a way you can get in touch. You can get on Nancy's email newsletter immediately. So we're putting the ability in your hands to put a face to the game.
Mm-hmm.
right.
And you know how people always say, don't hate the player, hate the game. No, don't hate the player, learn the game.
Oh.
Learn it, and I'm going to teach you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can't win if you don't know the rules of the game.
Exactly.
I love it.
There
Right.
are rules, and you have to know what they are.
And just before we wrap up this introductory of our colleague Nancy Alert, the alert factor, which is we're going to start. So here's what's going to happen. So she is going to not only be that contributor to the segment on Wednesdays, just giving us the latest news, what's happening, etc. She will have her own 1 hour show.
I love it.
And she's going to produce a
Absolutely.
show. She's going to organize her guests. She's going to do what she does best. The Nancy Alert, right?
Right.
And
Alert
so,
factor.
but
See, there you go.
but here's what's important though. She also brings something unique to the table. She is also from someone from the region. So when we talk
From
about
your region.
exactly, right, from the Caribbean
Yes.
and the South American region. So
Uh-huh.
she's
We
Guyanese.
had that little
Oh,
spice.
okay.
She's Guyanese. So
Exactly. Did you hear what she said? So the alert factor brings its own special flavor.
Yes.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
look at you. Yes.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
So unlike the United States, the real estate, because the Caribbean is so fragmented, you have something like 35 different islands. So you don't have unification across the board in the region when it comes to buying and selling real estate. Everybody's doing their own thing, you know. So the whole aim is to use technology to help organize and bring some semblance of, you know, proficiency and consistency to the region in terms of our technology and this program, and the fact that Nancy is one of us. She's from the Caribbean region. You know, she brings that connection to the, you know, to the people as well also.
Totally. I love it.
All right, ladies.
Yeah.
This is such a great shout out to the area. Shout out to Nancy. Can't wait. It's always great to be on with you, Jessica. Of course, you, Anthony. But
Thank
Nancy
you.
Alert, welcome to our TV family, and everybody else. This is your girl.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see, folks. You will hear from Nancy next week when we pick it up next week on the program. This is Anthony Weeks and Jessica Kyler for the Marketplace Show Reset here on the program. Jessica didn't turn off her phone, as you can tell. She had her phone on. But anyway, have a safe day. Have a safe and there we go again, safe and productive day. And look forward to you guys next week. All right.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Getting it done.
Nancy, nice meeting you.
You as well. You as well.
And we'll be